So here we are at the nurse's office on my P4 file, and while I'm not normally going to show the side quests that are different on this route, I'm going to have to show this one because I hate the P3 version of Request from Mr. X so much that I feel obliged to. One thing I want to point out though is, I still got Arrest the Food Bandit and Obtain a Love Potion, even though I never examined the areas on each floor that unlock those side quests. So I guess you get them anyway, but you just have less context on where to go on the floor to complete them if you haven't originally examined those positions. That's interesting, but anyway, this is what we're really here for.
This quest is... well...
Ah, well, this one's a little bit more obvious.
And that is all.
I still think this request makes so much more sense with Teddy than it does with Junpei. And yeah, this is all the same.
There is...
So like before, we need to go on a stroll to pick up these chicks. Something I'll also point out is that in a lot of scenes, the P4 protagonist's options when they're silent are exactly the same as the P3 protagonist's options when they're silent. I guess silent protagonists tend to be similar. So, it's
Hello?
Fuka this time.
Hey!
Wow, they're cognitive existences and they're better cooks than you. That says something.
Who? But...
The master taiko drummer. That makes me think of the rhythm game, but no.
is that true? So, they...
It's not often that we actually see this spot from this angle.
Hi.
I love that hi, she's like, oh no, I know where this is going and I don't like it.
No.
Well, on the other routes, we'll just pretend that never happened. So in this case, she's interested in fortune telling, so let's choose this.
Huh?
About that, I doubt having your fortune told by Teddy is gonna end well for you.
I'm not sure.
Theodore would probably be better about telling fortunes, though. You might as well see him.
Hello.
And Igus, too.
I cannot comprehend.
Well, that's actually really sad.
How mysterious.
So for Igus, to pique her interest, we have to say they're not a person.
How could it be? But... however...
Ah,
Maybe
loopholes.
Fire!
It's also not often you see Igus face that direction and fire in these events, too. There seem to be a lot of models that only get used on one route and not the other.
Oh, it's you.
And finally, it's you.
Oh.
And this one's actually pretty funny. This is actually the correct answer to get her interested.
Very well.
However, this is not gonna go well for Teddy.
I'll be seeing you.
Everyone, attention over here! Ta-da!
Yeah, it was pretty obvious it was you.
What?
Oh yeah, you said average bear in that note and you still thought no one would figure it out.
Whoa, that's amazing, Sensei! Let's go!
Well... I hope that you wear that in your human body and not on your costume, because then... Well, I mean, Teddy already wore a paper-thin disguise in his costume in the arena games, which canonically haven't happened yet. Also, canonically, actually, spoilers.
What?
There's some pretty good dialogue options here.
Come on!
But really, I'm mostly doing this for the Teddy-owned counts.
Hey!
Fu-chan makes her sound like she's made of wind or something.
Uh-huh.
I'm so surprised.
No.
Yeah, you see.
Now that you mention it.
What? Oh, I see.
Bye-bye! Are you okay?
Oh, if you're worried now, just you wait.
Why, hello there!
Huh?
Me too!
Really? I didn't know.
Ooh-hoo-hoo.
Everyone gets unrealistic expectations.
I'm sorry.
Huh?
Hmm.
Oh, really?
Okay. That's not it. How are you today?
Is something the matter?
Hooray!
Is that so? Quite true.
I'm sure the translators intentionally put the word toaster in this line.
What?
I'm sorry.
This is goodbye.
Bye-bye! Boo!
Well, there'll be one more next time, but this is the one that I've been looking forward to the most.
Hey!
Because Mitsuru specifically knows that you're Mr. X and is wanting to see you for that reason.
You.
No!
Okay, so in all versions, we get this. I do think it's kind of funny with Naoto, though.
Uh-huh. Please?
How dare you?
Well, that ended exactly how I predicted it would.
Aww.
It's weird, I actually feel kind of bad for Teddy in this one. So we might as well see what happens when you report it, and a lot of people have thought it's kind of funny that you get the
wait a
one of the
moment.
few accessories that makes Teddy at least somewhat viable from this request.
I apologize for the wait.
Whoa, that's amazing, Sensei!
And like always, we get an additional reward for completing the quest perfectly.
Ooh. Bye-bye!
Wow, that's bad even for Teddy. That's really stretching it. And so that's the end of that request on this route. So next is time for the final thing that I want to show in the Group Date Cafe, and that is the Destined Partner scene, so I'll be right back with that. So, just for watching one of these bonus videos, here, have a persona from my other file. This one should be pretty useful to you. Oh, okay. Since I have some outstanding requests that have a time limit, we're getting a warning that they're going to expire if we defeat this boss. That's good to know. The expiration time must be defeating the boss of the current labyrinth. But I'm gonna go anyway, I've already showed those quests on the other route.
After overcoming countless hardships, you have at last reached the final room.
For the third time.
You await the final question with sweaty palms. But before that, there is something that must be done. Yes, it's time to review your choices thus far.
So here are the choices I went with on this route. The first two were only to narrow it down to the one I wanted. The other option for the hungry one is meat gum, and that's Chair's question. And yeah, here are all the pointless questions. Though that amusement park question's pretty good. Never got that on the other route.
And so, laugh or cry. Here comes the last question. You can answer it if you wish, or elect to not answer it. What is your greatest weapon?
Oh, this one again. Well, considering that the P4 protagonist has expression as one of his actual social stats, probably
Are
this.
you absolutely sure?
Oh!
You have summoned your will and selected an answer. This concludes the questioning. There are no correct answers, only the path you have chosen.
I just suddenly remembered how annoying it was that you couldn't continue Nanako's social link without having ridiculously high expression at one point. Anyway.
Well then, the time has come to announce your destined partner.
Finally, huh? I'm looking forward to this.
Actually, you're not the one who's gonna be going through it this time, sadly for you.
Someone sure is acting carefree since this doesn't involve them.
Oh no, they probably are convinced that it does involve them and are gonna be very angry when they realize it doesn't.
Quiet. Don't let your guard down.
Your destined partner is, lo and behold,
Huh? What is this place? I was providing backup with Fuku-chan when... Wait, does this mean that I'm Senpai's destined partner? Yep, called it! Senpai and I are connected with a red string of fate after... Ah!
So I'm showing this because it is my favourite Destined Partner scene for the Persona 4 protagonist.
Oh, what was that about? That came out of nowhere. I was watching, wondering who your destined partner would be, and it turned out to be me. I've got no problem being summoned for something like that. Just kidding. Huh? Yikes, Senpai. You really latched onto my hand. Pretty bold move. Wait a sec. Our hands are stuck.
it seems you have reached your destination.
I never got to point this out before, but I want to say now, that sounds so much like a GPS.
This seems to be a path where lovers who met their destined partners discuss their love for each other. What could be waiting up ahead? You are free to step forth hand in hand, curiosity and fear in your hearts, or you can refrain.
Hand in hand. Wait, could that be why our hands are stuck together?
You are free to step forth or refrain from doing so. These are your apparent options. Now, step forth.
Does this mean we're stuck holding hands? What should we do, Senpai? Jeez, are you too used to these situations by now, Senpai? I think my heart's pounding a bit. I've held hands before on film shoots. I wonder if the reason I'm nervous now is because it's you. Just kidding. Well, in any case, I guess we should take a look around. Oh, and if a shadow appears, I'll cheer you on with everything I've got.
So, basically every solo run of P4 in a nutshell.
Well then, let's go, Senpai.
Yeah, there's no way to turn the navigator off, so there can never be a true solo run.
Suddenly, all in attendance hear an announcement.
An announcement?
Up ahead, they see a bride and groom's joyous commemorative photograph of love. They confer between them whether to look at it or ignore it.
What could it be? Let's check it out, Senpai. Huh? A wedding? Oh, this has been photoshopped.
Yes, both the Lovers Arcana characters use that term. And wow, this one's way more obvious with the P4 protagonist. His head does not work on that body at all.
Look at the edge of our faces. Whoever did this didn't do a good job of blurring that area.
Seems like Rise has experience with manipulated photos.
I didn't think I'd see something like that here, so I was surprised for a second. But in real life, I'm used to seeing pictures like this. They get sent to me pretty often.
And the reason she's so experienced is actually for really depressing reasons.
Though they're not this innocuous. They're a lot worse than a magical wedding of a prince and a princess.
Thinking about the implications of this is just really disturbing. Especially when you consider that it probably happens to celebrities very often. And when you know what Rise's shadow is like, I can kind of see where that came from.
I definitely welcome one like this, though. Girls dream of being swept up and held like a princess by the boy they love, after all.
This is another reason why I love this scene, because she pretty much just straight up admitted that.
Of course, it'd have to be someone amazing like you, Senpai. Senpai! You smell so nice.
Okay then.
Oh, no more. This is embarrassing. I've hit my limits. So, did you do that because I said I dreamed about it? Thanks. You really are too nice, Senpai. I'm so glad we're alone right now. I can't show this side of me to anyone else. Well, shall we get going?
Have I mentioned how much I love this pairing yet?
You know, I got asked in a magazine interview once, how many kids do you want in the future? I gave them the answer my agency prepared for me. I'm still young, so I don't know. But honestly, I dream of having a big family. Marrying a man I love and having a happy life with him and my tons of kids would be so wonderful. Have you ever thought about how many kids you want? Oh, just like me then. That's cool. Hey, I think you'd make a great dad someday. I mean, you're so gentle and patient with Nanako-chan. That's why I think a dad like you would be ideal.
And this is another reason why I wanted to show this scene. My heart is exploding right now.
But who would the mother be? Would her name start with an R and end in an E? Just kidding. all embarrassed now, and I'm the one who said it. Keep all this a secret, though, okay? It'll be just between us.
The long-awaited moment has come. The bride and groom are finally about to enter. The last moment of hesitation has arrived before you are to be wed.
Get married? To Senpai? What should I do? Hold on, I need a minute to...
Through your own free will, you decide to vow eternal love to each other.
I said wait!
Now, open the door together.
Why won't you wait? I at least want to be wearing a dress.
Now, let us pay. Ah! Engage!
That's exactly the same, but I still wanted to show it anyway because Merciful Clergyman.
Leader, look out! This is impossible for just the two of you! Time out! Time out! Wait, what is this place? Were you seriously gonna get married?
Prepare to meet your maker. For now you shall die!
No! Don't come near me!
Funnily enough, I'm fighting this guy with the exact same party I did on the other routes, but this time I just want to show something. Let's just show how busted Poison is in this fight. I'll probably be cutting most of it, but I really want to make sure I show this off.
A vow not to strike?
Bow my ass!
Can't believe I never got Kanji to say that in the other route.
I'll finish them. I'll settle this. Guess that wasn't enough.
Little sheep who flout go, I'll make you take your vows!
Yep, he's already in this phase.
Oh, I think the vow's been lifted for now.
Now we can employ our preferred tactics.
Yeah, as you can see, the poison does a ton of damage, even if he has a vow up, and you don't need to do anything that involves breaking your vow to cause it. So, yeah. Poison's pretty overpowered in this fight. Well, you'll never hear us say that on the other route, so relish that while you can.
As soon as that bell rang earlier, the lock started rattling.
There seems to indeed be a correlation between the labyrinths and the locks. If we defeat the remaining 2 guardians and take what they are protecting, these doors will open.
It's clear that these doors are connected to the real world from which you all hail. We looked into them, and we don't sense the presence of shadows beyond these doors. From one of the doors, I detect the familiar air of the world I know well. And from the other, Elizabeth and Theo say they feel something similar.
2 left. That means we're halfway through.
We might get through this sooner than we expected. Huh. I wouldn't have figured you to be so spineless. Well, at least there seems to be no reason to rush this. We'll be fine if we stay properly prepared.
Fuku-chan and I scouted out the next labyrinth. The display's called the... But it's being held in the second-year Class 4 homeroom.
Second year Class 4? I thought each year at Yasogami High only went up to Class 3.
Yeah, it's weird.
Evil Spirit Club? Oh, that name's already a huge red flag for me.
What, you're scared? What happened to those kung fu skills?
What? I can't believe you're making fun of me. Fine, I'll smash those ghosts with my kicks.
Does that work?
Well then, everyone, please be careful on your way.
I mean, that does work if you're a monk of a certain level in D&D. So, I hope you've enjoyed that glimpse into the P4 route. Next time, we begin the Evil Spirit Club. See you next time for the true...
Oh, that is the Evil Spirit Club.
So here we are